This is the Garmin Forerunner 235 for all my savages out there, all my running junkies, ultra marathonists. You already know what time it is. My first impressions of this watch, is it good? Is the battery life good? Can it last? Can it withstand the heat? Can it withstand my particular training regimen? I don't know, but keep watching this video and find out. All right, so I just unveiled the Garmin Forerunner 235, pretty lightweight, 1.5 ounces. Now in this video, I'm gonna go into details of all the specs of the watch. But before we get into this video, I want you to stop what you're doing and hit that subscribe button and that push notification bell so you could get all my videos as soon as they come out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that likes to test my limits. If you can resonate with that type of energy, I'm sure you'll love my content. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, so I've already put in a few runs, you know what I'm saying, a few miles on this Garmin watch. And like I stated in the intro, it was the first thing that I've noticed was the lightweight, you know what I'm saying, compared to these other watches that I've been running. It's pretty lightweight. It came out October 21st, 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a relatively old watch. The technology is a little bit older, about 5 years old. But compared to other watches, it's more geared towards ultra running, even regular running, but more ultra running. The battery life lasts about 11 hours in training mode. If you haven't seen my video review on the Apple Watch 5 series, go ahead and check that one out. But the battery life on that watch, which I elaborated on in that video, wasn't necessarily like this one. This one lasts 11 hours, at least 11 hours in training mode, and up to 9 days on power save mode, meaning that if you're not doing any physical activity, and as long as this watch isn't tracking it, you can go on for 9 days without charging this bad boy. So you know what I'm saying? That's a huge benefit for people in my position, people in my situation. I also think it's a huge benefit for people not in my predicament, people that just want to have a watch to last them, you know what I'm saying, 8-9 days without having to worry about charging it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to necessarily be for physical activity. From a technological standpoint, it's pretty beneficial knowing that you don't have to always keep up with charging your watch. You know what I'm saying? Other watches that I have to charge them every single night. If not, I'm gonna wake up the next morning without my watch being having juice to get me through the whole day. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this watch is good for, like I said, 7 to 9 days without any type of recharging necessary. All right, by the way, guys, I am going to be talking about the disbenefits of this watch at the end of the video. For right now, I'm going to move on to my second point about the benefits of this Garmin Forerunner 235. Now, jumping right into it, heart rate monitor. We all know that all these watches come with heart rate monitors, even the ones that are less sophisticated. But as far as the accuracy in measuring the heart rate, that varies a lot between all these watches. Now, from what I've noticed and the few runs that I've had with this Garmin Forerunner 235, the heart rate monitor seems to be pretty accurate, pretty on point. So I'm definitely gonna give it a big plus, a big thumbs up on that in that range. Also, it comes with the heart rate zone indicator. So if you're training, you know, for a marathon, ultra, or whether you're just training for a 5K and you want to hit different heart rate zones in different days, you know, like a level 5 between a level 1, if you know that if you wake up one day and you know that you're just not feeling it today, you want to keep it at like a level 2, you could actually set the Garmin Forerunner 235 to hit that setting and for you not to pass that second heart rate zone, which is very, very important for marathon runners and just runners in general. You know what I'm saying? It helps structure your training schedule to however it is that your body is feeling that particular day. And so also the recovery advisor setting. This watch also comes with a recovery advisor setting, and basically what that does is at the end of your runs, let's say you're going home or you just pulled up to your house and you're just going over your stats of the run that you just did. It actually gives you a specific recovery time. It's pretty general, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say it's to live and die by, but it just gives you like it averages all of your runs that you've been doing for that particular week, and it gives you kind of like a timetable of the recovery time that you should engage in after the runs. All right, jumping right into the next benefit. This is actually huge for me. This watch actually comes with the VO2 max setting. So after your runs, you could go into the settings and click the VO2 max and see how you're doing. If your VO2 max is going up, if your VO2 max is going down. That is very beneficial for not just runners but athletes of all kinds. And another huge benefit is the race predictor. So the race predictor is basically, once again, it's not concrete set in stone, but it's kind of, the watch is kind of giving you a window of times that averaging out all your runs, calculating all your runs, is basically averaging out your times and seeing if you were to run a 5K, 10K, half marathon, or even a full marathon, it'd give you a rough estimate of what your times would be if you were to embark on those races, which is huge. I have yet to see that in any of the watches that I've reviewed. So this is a first timer for that. So I'm very glad to see that. That's a huge plus in my eyes once again. And one thing that all these watches have are personal records. So as soon as you beat a personal record, it gives you sends you a notification saying, oh, you know, you've ran the fastest 5K today. You've ran the fastest 10K you've ever have. You know what I'm saying? So that's very encouraging. Once you see that, it kind of gives you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? When you're done with your run, let's say you just take a shower and then you go back, you read your stats, you see the new personal record, and like, all right, I'm putting in work today. You know what I'm saying? It gives you motivation to get right back after it the next day. And so as far as this watch in regards to offering a variety of activity profiles, from what I've seen, it has anything between indoor running, outdoor running, swimming, cycling, and that is about it. There is an other option that you can select, and then once you select the other options, you can kind of manipulate it however you want. You know what I'm saying? The intensity of the particular workout that you're doing, you can kind of set that to the watch. And then so as far as Bluetooth capabilities, now this one was huge for me in my Apple Watch review because the Bluetooth capabilities, I can control everything. I control my headphones with my watch. I can control social media notifications. I can do all these things. So as far as Bluetooth capabilities, you cannot pair headphones with the Garmin Forerunner 235. That is Beats headphones, Apple headphones. No headphones will pair with the Garmin Forerunner 235. Now, as far as other things, as far as like social media posts, calendar, the weather, music control, things of that nature, this watch offers all of that. And so that is another huge plus because at first glance at this watch, it looks kind of archaic. It looks a little old. Like I said, it came out in October 21st, 2015. So you would expect it to lack a lot of these things, especially versus like social media posts, but it doesn't. And you get all these notifications, let's say while you're running, you just can't necessarily reply to them versus, like you can't log into Instagram, Snapchat, reply to somebody that has been DMing you, but you at least get the notification so that when you come home, you already know what to do. And once again, as far as the weight, that was one of my big first impressions of this watch. 1.5 ounces straight out the box. That is pretty light. That is pretty light. You know what I'm saying? When I'm running with it, from what I've seen, or from what I've felt, from what I've experienced, it feels like nothing's there. It really doesn't. I mean, it vibrates every time I hit a new mile. But other than that, like, it's like running without a watch. And if you're used to wearing a watch, it kind of gives you like that naked feeling. You know when you're used to wearing a watch and then you take it off one day and you're like, I feel kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Because like the weight is kind of off for that particular hand. Well, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen with this because it's so lightweight. So that's another huge benefit to having this Garmin Forerunner 235. My last big point for this watch is the price of it. So I bought mine brand new from Amazon. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out. I paid $169.99 for this watch. Now, in my opinion, it's worth every penny. As I've stated previously, from all the benefits that come with having this watch, it's a really good watch for that price range, especially compared to other watches that are more expensive that offer almost basically the same benefits that I just stated. For $170, you really can't beat that price. All right, let's jump right into the disbenefits of this watch, because let's be honest, this wouldn't be a real, honest, unbiased review if I didn't jump into the disbenefits as well. So jumping right into it, one of the major things that I've noticed is the GPS tracking on this watch. Now, like I said, I've ran a few times already with this watch, and I'm going to continue running with it. But one thing that I've noticed is that it is off, depending on the day, it could be off anywhere between 0.1 to 0.15 miles. So for instance, this morning, I ran 7 miles. I know I ran 7 miles because I've mapped this particular course out. I run it all the time, and I know exactly where the 7-mile marker is at. Well, I know exactly where the 3.5-mile marker is at, so I could turn around. Now, when I got back, my watch said that I had only ran 6.89 miles. That's off by 0.11 miles. Now, I'm with 100% surety, I verified it through Google Maps and through different various forms of measurement that my 7-mile run that I do every morning is on point. And so this isn't the first time that this has happened to me. I'm just giving an example of what happened to me this morning. So the GPS tracking is kind of off. Nothing too huge. Like I said, if it was saying that I only ran 6 miles instead of 7 miles, then I'd feel like we'd have something bigger to worry about. Another thing another disbenefit that I've greatly noticed is, off first glance, the button configuration. So this isn't a touchscreen watch. So you have 4 buttons. Well, you actually have 5 buttons. These are the 2 arrow keys right here. The power button, the activation button, and then the back button. So using these 5 buttons, you have to be able to navigate through the software of the watch. So, you know what I'm saying, like the settings, setting up your run times and things of that nature. Now, as I stated previously, this watch came out in 2015. So I didn't really expect it to be touchscreen and to be a little bit more up to date. But as I navigate through all the individual settings of this watch, I'm noticing that it requires a little bit of getting used to, because yeah, basically I'm just not used to it. I'm used to touchscreen watches because that's what we're spoiled with nowadays in the year 2020. So the button configuration is there. It is a little annoying to navigate through. So that's just another disbenefit to having the Garmin Forerunner 235. And then the last disbenefit that I would say would be that, as I stated previously, it does not connect to Bluetooth headphones. That is huge for me. I know a lot of people don't run with headphones. I'm big on running with headphones. I listen to audiobooks, I listen to podcasts, I listen to music. I just feel like when I'm out here doing these runs, I could multitask. So I could focus on my run, focus on my form, which is huge. But then also I can knock out a book in a couple of days. So I feel like that's very important for me. But unfortunately, this watch doesn't connect to Bluetooth headphones. So I would have to bring my phone in my pocket. And I have an iPhone XR. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's kind of a heavy phone. It's a big phone. To be running with running shorts, you know what I'm saying, small running shorts with small pockets, it gets kind of annoying. So that is just another disbenefit that I've noticed from running with the Garmin Forerunner 235. All right, so just to give you guys an overview of the Garmin Forerunner 235, the battery life is ridiculous. Like I said, in training mode, it'll last up to 11 hours. And this is a perfect watch for not just runners, but all sorts of athletes. Even if you're a professional athlete down to the amateur level, or even if you're just a regular person, just going about your day, going to work, to and from school, this watch is a very good watch. Now, as far as the price is concerned, there are a few disbenefits, but reflecting the price, $169.99, hey, I think, in my opinion, is worth it, especially compared to other watches that are more expensive. I think that this is a great watch. You get your bang for your buck for sure with the Garmin Forerunner 235. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like. Also subscribe, push notifications, and leave comments. Leave comments. I would like to hear everybody's input. If you've already been running with this watch, or if you've had this watch previously, go ahead and leave a comment. I want to hear your opinion, because as I've already stated my opinions on this watch. Keep a lookout for my other reviews. I'm going to be doing a review on the Garmin Forerunner 945. Definitely looking forward to that one. And also, go check my last video out where I did a review on the Apple Watch Series 5. That's it for this video, y'all. Keep it pushing.